Well, guys, this is long overdue. We have ourselves a bow that we just crafted, and we also have some lapis, and I figured might as well start recording now. Oh, that is so horrible. That is... a power 3, a level 30 enchantment. We get a power 3 bow. That's not how we drew up the start of the episode. We were supposed to get infinity and freak out and be like, oh my gosh, we're so lucky. Nope. We have a power 3 bow, and we're going to learn to like it, at least for a little bit here. How much... Okay, yeah, we have no flint at all to make arrows. I was like, let's put some of these feathers to use here. That didn't happen. I guess we made 8 arrows. That's fine. And then we could take... How many arrows left do we have here? What is it? 42 arrows? That's a good start. So we have some ranged equipment here. Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. You know, I wanted to start off the episode making a bow because I knew if we waited some time, we'd forget to do that. In between episodes, we did a little bit of fishing. Really didn't fish up anything too good. And in addition to that, we fixed up the pumpkin patch here. Look at this, and it's grown up quite a bit. We got a ton of gravel from the mines and made some coarse dirt and kind of filled in the blanks here. I was hoping to do this in the last episode, and it got so crazy. And speaking of how crazy it got, I mean, we found ourselves a trial chamber just by caving. It's in this cave right up the hill. So that was insane, and in the midst of that insanity, we completely forgot to do our Enchanted Forest portion of the episode. So we're going to do a twofer here, one at the beginning of the episode and one at the end. So without further ado, I'm going to pull up that comment, get that tree all marked, and we'll start the episode off with a bang, I guess. And the comment for episode 16, even though it's 17 right now, this is for 16. We're going back in time. This comes from Chelsea F289, who's in the comments a lot. So Chelsea, thank you so much for all your support all the time. She did have a question though. She asked, what is your favorite Minecraft activity? How do you think of or classify your Minecraft? Are you an adventurer, redstoner, builder, PvP, or something else? That's like 3 questions, but they're all related. So I get what you're saying here. So my favorite Minecraft activity, I think, would have to be farming. Specifically, I think that's my favorite activity, progressing through the world and really starting to farm up a bunch of cool stuff. So I guess that classifies me more of a farmer than an adventurer, or redstoner, or builder. But I also love the progression of the game. I think that's what really makes me love it so much, is how you could progress through the game. I guess that's a weird thing. So hopefully that answers your questions. How do you think of or classify your Minecraft? Yeah, that answers that. Awesome. Well, Chelsea, thank you so much for a great way to start off the episode here. And now I need to remember what we're doing. Yes, there was something else I wanted to do to start the episode. We obviously got a decent amount of gold now, and I think we're overdue to make ourselves some powered rails. I'm also going to take some of you to make some levers. So we're going to go ahead, make ourselves some powered rails. 30 should be good. We'll have extra resources just in case y'all are new to the series and don't know what I'm referring to. We have a mine that we set up down below. Oh my gosh, Enderman. I learned my lesson in the last episode, by the way. I can't be picking fights with these guys anymore. But we have a mine that we created a while ago that has been coal powered, and it is an absolute mess. So we're going to go ahead and swap that off with powered rails. I think we need to make some buttons as well, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to go ahead and, make ourselves, I guess, what is it? Not make a powered rail. We're just going to swap some rails with powered rails so it's a fully functioning minecart track, and we don't need to worry about powering it up with coal every single time. All right, moment of truth. Does this work? And I know it's going to work going downhill, so we also need to test it going uphill. But look at this It's kind of messy with all the levers here. I think we want to maybe switch out these levers to redstone blocks once we're redstone rich, I guess. But right now we're using levers. It looks a little messy, but it's functional, and we're not down here all the time. But how cool is this mine, by the way? I just absolutely love it. It makes going on a mining trip that much more fun. And look at this. We go on down to our little area here. I actually believe I've been smelting up copper. I did a tiny bit of copper mining here, but with fortune, it gives you just so much. So look at that. We can actually try to re-roll our bow enchant now. Oh my goodness. Look at all the levels we have here. 32 levels and still a bunch more copper. We won't worry about smelting that up right now. But we're going to go ahead and make ourselves copper blocks. Is there anything we need to place down here? No. And we could actually put this to rest here. We need to work on making this functional too. I want to add in a minecart track going down this way. This is just purely decorative right now, so that needs to get fixed up. But anyways, this is the real test. We're going to take this up with our newly found copper blocks. Look at all of this stuff. And it's working like a charm. Oh my goodness. How great. Okay, well, I'm assuming this works, so I'm going to meet you guys at the top. Let's re-roll a bow enchant, and let's get on with our day. Okay, let's try this again. We have unenchanted the bow. Now we're going to re-enchant. I guess it's better than power 3. We are forever cursed with power 3, it looks like. Flame, power 3, and unbreaking 3. I'm really looking for infinity, but I guess it's a good starting point. It's better than no bow at all. Okay, well, now that we knocked out a little bit of housekeeping here, we have ourselves a functional bow, and we have upgraded our minecart track. We're not going to go to the trial chamber today, and you guys are probably looking at the episode thumbnail and already know that, but this was a split decision. I did some research on the trial chambers. I think I need to be decked out in diamond gear. So I think I'm just a few mining trips away from that happening. And I want to press pause on, look at that, Master Uguay's going crazy. I caught him and he stopped. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to focus on doing more caving and trying to find a mob spawner. We'll just put that to rest for now. And I can't really utilize the mob spawners or the spawners in the trial chamber because they have a cooldown basically. So it's going to be tough to make that into a reliable XP farm. So we're going to press pause on that project here and just focus on this beautiful world. I've been talking a lot in footage that's been kept and also footage that has been deleted about, I'm going to be placing a path right here. Maybe we could have a path go here. We're going to develop the infrastructure of our area here. And a few areas I really do want to focus on is right here. I want to connect up a bridge between this ridge and this ridge here and do some terraforming first and foremost. And then after that, even though we already answered one question in the Enchanted Forest and we're going to answer a second one later, we're still going to see more of it. I want to make this place a little bit more enchanted, more like the name. We had a comment that suggested that there's really nothing much enchanted about it, and it's correct. So I want to go in, and I think there's a few ideas I have that will make this place look a little bit more special. So that's the plan today, and then also maybe a few other touch-ups in the area over here. But really, again, just trying to focus on, for people who come back or maybe breeze through the series, they'll be like, what the heck happened in episode 17? Or, around episode 17 where we made so much progress, and then they'll go back and, yeah. I'm one of those viewers who checks out a Let's Play series and I see, holy crap, look at all this progress. And then it makes me intrigued and I want to go back and watch it. So hopefully one of you, that happens to you, right? That being said, I want to grab some dirt. I have plenty of grass blocks from terraforming here. So if we go on in this way, we have, look at this. Plenty of grass blocks. We got this from gutting out the pumpkin patch there. So with said grass blocks, and if we don't have enough, we will take dirt here because we have plenty of it, and extra coarse dirt, by the way, keep that in mind. And we're going to go down here and do some terraforming. Then after the terraforming, I want to go ahead and build a bridge that mimics that style over there, but it's going to be diagonal. So in this area here, again, we haven't done too much complex terraforming. This is exciting. There's a natural little bowl right here. And it makes me think that I want to turn this into a lake. And I could do that by making sure the bottom's all set here. And there's no cracks in the surface. I don't want this to go beneath to the cave. So this is a good little bowl shape to put in a lake. And now we just need to dam it off, right? So this is going to be in here. It might be a few blocks beneath. I think this is probably going to be the water level. Oh, and I wanted to put a bridge here, though. So it might end up not being a bridge. We might need to do a retaining wall. Because if we have a lake up here, it makes no sense. Or maybe it does. What do we want the water level to be at? I think I want it 3 high. So maybe we could develop this ridge line like such. And kind of have this here. Okay. We're going to keep playing around with blocks, but we're getting somewhere. I'm thinking we could still have our bridge, but at the same time make this pond and make it look normal. Okay, so I had an idea. It's a more timely idea, of course, but I think it's going to make the area look that much more better. So what we're doing here, what this madness is I decided we need to go ahead and make this feature first before we do anything else. The bat's out of the cave. Look at that. We're going to make ourselves a pond that has a little waterfall here to go into another pond down here. How the rest of it's going to work, I have no idea. This is not the final shape down here, but I think that's the first thing we need to do before even thinking about making a bridge here. So this is going to be our feature. So I'm going to go ahead and flood this pond until it reaches up to this level here. And then it's going to cascade, the water's going to cascade down there. And then from there, we're going to wing it. I guess this whole thing is winging it, but it's okay. So let's see how this turns out. So we have a lake up here, or a pond, and a waterfall that goes into another little overflow pond, I guess you could say right here. I had this shape created. It doesn't make sense to put it out this way anymore because there's a mine here. But I wanted to bring it closer to this pathway so we could see the water just by walking by. I think this might be a good spot to place a mangrove tree. Very random. By the way, look at all these blocks. We're going to have to do some inventory management here. But as you can see, I also raised these cliff faces, made them a little bit steeper, and some more flat land here for us to place our bridges or a bridge, singular. I need to figure out how to do this here. I think the angle we're going to take, and we will display this with dirt here. So it's going to be not exactly diagonal. Let's take a look at how this shape looks down here. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. It's going to be one lower, so keep that in mind. This is the style we're going for, by the way. I think I'm going to replace these cobblestone. It doesn't go as good with these as it was when it was first created. So we'll think of something to add there. But it's a lot smaller of a bridge what we're dealing with now. So this will be our edge. And then down here will be our other edge. Oops. That was not supposed to happen. And I think that frames the waterfall right. There we go. Perfect. Now we just need to mirror that on the other side. Okay, not perfect. You know what's bugging me is that this begins on the very end here. This goes one in. It looks good. It just looks good, you know? It is what it is, right? So we're going to go ahead now and kind of fill in the blanks here, mimic the other style that we've been seeing on that side of the river. And hopefully it turns out looking good. I just hope so. So give me a few seconds here. So this is what we came up with. I'm at a brain fart right now. So this is what we're dealing with. It looks all right. It doesn't look terrible. Maybe it'll grow on us. It's just such a crazy angle that we're dealing with. And maybe if you guys have suggestions, let me know. But here it is up here. It's just the angle messes with me just a bit. And I think us going 3 high here even throws it off even more. So we're going to go and change this to 2 high real quick. But other than that, though, we have this set in. We're using mud bricks instead of the cobblestone. I think I'm going to change that over on that side as well. It'll go better with the blue, I think. And yeah, we'll just see how this evolves over time. But for now, this is functional and it looks good enough. I hate using that terminology, but it's the truth. I want to see if a jungle sapling looks good here. I was thinking mangrove, but let's see if jungle looks good first. Oh, it looks pretty rough. Yeah, that looks super rough. But we won't make this a wasted, what is it? A wasted bone meal. Because if we use our fortune hoe, right? We'll get a zillion jungle saplings. And by a zillion, I guess 2 is a zillion. We should be getting more than that. Maybe it's because we're in a dry biome here. Okay, there's a third one. So we can make a mega jungle tree now. But yeah, let's try the mangrove tree as well. I think that's going to be worth our time. Let's see if we can get 1 more sapling here. Nope, just 3, I guess. Oh, it wasn't meant to be. Okay, no worries. But yeah, in the same spot, we're going to place this mangrove propagule. And let's see if it'll grow. And let's see how that looks. Oh my gosh, I think that looks even worse. Actually, it ain't terrible. It's not horrible. Are we team mangrove or team not mangrove? Because if we have that here and maybe a jungle sapling, how about a jungle sapling to offset it right back here? Ooh, pretty. That little dead look right there that mixes with there. And just a little bit of bone mealification right here. And 1 more. Nice little splashes. This actually makes it look a lot more. It distracts from the fact that we have just a very lopsided bridge. That's my best. It's my best description of it. And also it adds another sightline sort of thing. Okay, let's take a look at it from this angle up here. I do like this. By the way, here's the path that we made here that hooks right on up. Let's take a look from our house. This is going to be the telltale sign. I actually like this. I like having a little splash of like the dead jungle stuff around this area. So we might continue that little trend around this area, around the little lake. So it looks like a jungle's trying to, like the tropical trees are trying to, you know, grow there, but it's just not the correct biome, even though the water's there, the irrigation's there. This is interesting. we're really trying our best to make this area look cool and funky, and I think this is a good start. And honestly, the bridge looks way better from this angle as opposed to down there. So maybe distracting from down there, because I can only imagine we're going to be using that route so often. I have a feeling a lot of our route is actually going to be right up here that we have right now, and even around that area to link up to our spawn chunk area. So it looks good though. So we'll let this be. The next thing I want to do is kind of clean out my inventory and get prepped for the Enchanted Forest. We have some unfinished business there, and I want to make it just look incredible. So we are here at the Enchanted Forest, and I have some goodies in my inventory. We have the items from the Amethyst Geo that we got in the last episode. We also have plenty of flowers and some assorted plants, I guess. First thing I want to do, and we also have plenty of bone meal, but that goes without saying. First thing I want to do is bone meal up dark oak right here. And I want to go to the top and harvest the saplings. I need a little bit more dark oak here, or dark oak saplings. I'm trying to get, hopefully, am I getting saplings? Okay, good. Thank the Lord. I didn't see them fall for a second. Trying to get a good chunk of these to where I could grow up like 3 or 4 dark oak trees. It just would look awesome to have those. Again, it's a very mystic looking tree, right? So I'm thinking having 12 of these, or 12 saplings, is going to be the perfect amount. So let's see how much we got from this go here. I think we might need to bone meal up 1 more to have enough saplings. Let's take a look. Or we have 13 here, but I do want to be able to still harvest these. So I think I'm going to do 1 more regardless. It doesn't hurt to get dark oak wood. It's a great block. So we'll bone meal up 1 more. Okay, 22 dark oak saplings. That is a perfect amount. Yeah, I'm thinking just kind of in the spots that have some open space is where we'll place these. I don't necessarily need to bone meal them just yet. I'm trying to conserve bone meal. But yeah, for instance, this is just a perfect spot for another dark oak tree. And then we could maybe place 1 over here. Again, it doesn't matter if it's too crowded. We'll make it work. Okay, perfect. So we have 6 dark oak saplings left. That's fine. And then we'll mix in a few spruce. So 1 right here. Thinking 1 maybe closer to the edge up here. We're going to add a nice looking spruce tree. Maybe, ooh, we could tuck it right in here. That's a good spot. Okay. Or, better yet, here we go. This is actually a better spot for it. Right up here. Okay, so while we're waiting on those to grow, I'm thinking we could also maybe place a little patch of bamboo on the edge right there. And then we could kind of, you know, add another little patch right there. And I think it makes sense to add it along the water just a bit. Just like so. And again, just trying to make it look interesting from this view here. You look and you see the bamboo and you're like, oh, cool. What's going on over here? So there's some good sapling diversity. Now, maybe towards the middle right here, we're going to take this out. This is too good of a spot. So, sorry, Mr. Oak Tree or Mrs. Oak Tree. We're going to take you down here. I want to add in, do I want the geode to be here? I think I want the geode actually right here. Yeah. Geode. Where do I want to place it? I basically want a geode flat on the ground. So maybe we could add the mega spruce tree right here. Yeah, we'll do that, and then geode where that oak tree was at. Perfect. And I like having the podzol to mix it up just a little bit, right? Again, this place is enchanted, so maybe add a few more mega spruce trees, but that's just perfect, that height. I wouldn't want it any taller. Yeah, I actually think I want to do a few more of those. That's incredible. Okay. So we might need to go get some more spruce saplings, but that's okay. In here, let's make ourselves an amethyst geode. We want it to be shaped like an egg, right? Oh, this is so cool. Oh, I can't believe I made something that looked this cool. I surprise myself daily. It looks like just a little chunk has been taken out here. Okay, so I've thought about it for a bit. I think we should leave 1 geode here, but I still think instead of doing the classic geode thing, we could kind of make some cool looking rock formations. Like right here, for instance. You know, little bits like this, I don't know, it doesn't need to make sense, right? Or maybe we don't need to mix them. Maybe we could just add little boulders throughout, like, you know, little something like that, right? All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Just add a few more little things. Look at the bamboo already growing up. This is great. And if we want to, you know, make more of it here, we could just chop it down and expand, right? So, by the way, I bone mealed up the dark oak trees. It's looking great. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead, add some more cool looking rock formations here, and let's see what the finished product looks like. Oh my gosh, this is just looking so much more cool. Adding in more random blocks, and it's just making, and especially at night too. I think the night part of this really does make it very mischievous, I guess you could say. I don't know. Beautiful? Mischievous? I don't know what the correct word is for this. Ooh, this is a good screenshot right here. Is this going to be the thumbnail? Who knows? Who knows if this is going to be the thumbnail or not? But this looks absolutely gorgeous. My goodness. But one thing I think we really need to work with, you see this right here? This pot soul. Usually this is a pretty ugly block. I think it's something worth looking into. And let's break this bow in. Look at that. Take aim. We just set that guy ablaze. Oh my gosh, and he is a friend. It feels so great to use a bow again in this world. It's going to help us out so much. And we need to pick up arrows. Don't forget that. But wow. Okay. So we have ourselves an enchanted forest. It looks beautiful. We also... Let's go back here. We also have a beautiful bridge. I think I'm feeling inspired. And this isn't the bridge I was referring to. This bridge. A beautiful bridge. So I'm feeling inspired. I might want to work on just one more concept here. Maybe not finish it. Oh, hey. We have a wandering trader here. Do you have anything good? Nope. Nothing good. Okay. I'll leave you guys be. What I want to focus on, and wow, look at how much better this looks from a distance now. Oh, it's great. And you can see little peaks of, yeah, shards and crystals and stuff. Oh, that's so cool. I sure hope you guys find that interesting there. But again, podzol, I think we're going to need to add more of it, maybe some mud, and just continue to diversify that spot there. And maybe even add in some melons and stuff, just in sugarcane. Again, the list goes on, just making it look like this lush, interesting forest with just so much stuff in there. Okay, before I get distracted, I want to focus on this area here too. So I'm thinking of a strategy to put a retaining wall here. I see you, Master Oogway. Go crazy, bud. I'm thinking, again, bear with me here. We're going to use some grass blocks. I'm thinking we raise this Y level here from the edge all the way to here. Again, this is me experimenting. So this is the start. Wow, look at that. It looks like a triple layer cake. And then take that all the way around. And then we'd make this a completely different block type that isn't dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. And let's see how this looks. Okay, so it looks horrible from this angle. Let's check this other angle if we run all the way around. Because this is just a ton of crop fields here. Okay. That actually looks like a good level to put up a retaining wall. And I'm thinking I make that stone brick. And then we'd have to add that around too, like this end. Yeah. We'd have to basically bump up the wall on this end coming from here. Is where I'd want to put it up. Oh my gosh. Why do retaining walls always make things look better? So I know it doesn't look crazy right now, but I think once this is actually walled in, this is just going to make the area, it's going to take it to a whole nother level, quite frankly. And then we could add trees along this edge right here that kind of border. Oh my gosh. guys, this is like the evolution of this area here. This is what it was missing. Because now we're going to separate off like our farming district down here from our house up top and all of that stuff. Oh my gosh. And then again, I don't know what we're going to do there. But guys, this is insane. So we got distracted. I forgot completely. The most important thing I was looking for was to grow up mushrooms in the Enchanted Forest. And I can't believe I forgot that. So I'm going to try to find a way to plant these things because you can't plant it in daylight. So it needs to be like in shade, right? And maybe it needs to be at night when I have to do this. I need to figure this out. This is the next thing I got to do. Maybe it needs to be a mycelium. Ooh, hold up. Might be cooking with something here. Okay. So we're going to take some mycelium with us. Because I think that is the trick, to be quite honest. And we want to go to certain areas, like let's say, for instance, right here, we want to plant ourselves a red mushroom, then grow it up. Oh. Art right there. And it makes sense. And let's take back the mycelium here, because we're going to need to place these in other areas. Yes. This is just what we were looking for here. This is like the most important thing. And I can't believe I almost forgot it. I'm like, let's move on to something else. I wonder why we have all this time. Well, now we know. It's because I get distracted. Okay, and a few more things I forgot to do. I wanted to place a few lily pads around the area here, because why not? Or maybe, wait, there's a little pond that this starts up here. I think, yes. Lily pad right here. Perfect. We have some more like peonies and flowers and whatnot that I wanted to kind of place around. Again, my favorite flowers. And also needed more bone meal here. That's perfect. And where did the other one get planted? I planted one more here. Where did it go? Oh, I missed it. Right in here. And it's a nice little bulb. That's what I was looking for. Something a little short, you know. Add some character. But yes, again, just adding a few more flowers. Again, just little pretty details here. And then also lilacs as well. We love our lilacs. And if we need more of these, we could always bone meal them. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is an area transformed for sure. And we could always expand it as well as we keep making these episodes, right? So beautiful, though. Okay, this area is transformed indeed. And we are also going to be pressing the brakes here real quick. So we started some good momentum over there on the retaining wall. We'll get a closer look just to show you from this angle here. But yes, imagine that, but stone brick. And maybe some cobblestone mixed into stone brick and cobblestone right there. I think that's just going to take this place to the next level. 100%. So I think that's a good cliffhanger for us to end off on, and we'll worry about that in the next episode. Alongside some other stuff too. I don't foresee that taking too long, but that'll be fun to mess around with and play with. But yes, we created a beautiful bridge here, a man-made pond, and then we also completely upgraded that area. Oh my gosh. This looks insane in the nighttime. Okay, we're gonna, oh, this is a money shot right there. Right there, right there. Oh my gosh. Oh no, that's the money shot right there. And it's nighttime. I feel like a photographer. Work it, world, work it. Okay, it's time for us to end off the episode. Let me grab a sign, grab a comment, and yeah, we'll do this thing one more time here. All right, and for today's episode, we're going to be answering a question from Reddick731, who is already on the member tree, but had a great comment that I wanted to, answer. So that's why he gets a mushroom as well. We're in this little corner here. We're making our way around. Reddick asked, what other YouTubers do you watch play Minecraft? In parentheses, Craftwork players do not count. If you do watch others, who is your favorite? So, before Craftworks, I used to watch a lot of other YouTubers who play Minecraft specifically. But now, being in Craftworks, I'm so plugged in that I don't really have the capacity to watch other YouTubers religiously. And I hope that you all understand that. So I don't really have a Minecraft community outside of you all, answering my comments right, and Craftworks, who I collaborate with, play with on the server, have a great time. They're all great friends. So my way of being able to get plugged into Minecraft and see how other people are playing the game were through videos, which is probably why a lot of you guys watch me, right? So when I was doing that, and again, I still try to check in every now and then, it's just not like every, other day or something, right? But I think some people that really do come to mind is Ethos Lab, of course. I bring him up all the time. He inspired me, and I still frequent myself going back to his videos. I think they're great. I think BOO is somebody who is very entertaining, and his perspective of the game is insane. How he views this game as a canvas really is inspiring, and I know never in my life I'll be on his level of building. It's almost art more than building. Like, he is just, painting in a world, on top of being hilarious. I think those guys, alongside all the other hermits, I think are great as far as Minecraft content goes. But yeah, that's really who I draw inspiration from. Hermitcraft's great, I think, and so shout out to them, although I'm sure they don't need the shout out. They have such a huge following, right? So, but yeah, I hope that answers your question, Reddick. I wish it was cooler. I'm all plugged in and have all these other great YouTubers. I know you said Craftworks doesn't count. I think the people who I'm playing with are just ultimately so talented, and the way that they play the game's incredible, that I find myself satisfied, watching their stuff. So hopefully that answers your question. It's not a cop-out, but I sincerely mean it. Master Oogway still going. Oh my gosh, we need to get a counter going there. Guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of our single-player survival series. This has been a blast, and this enchanted forest looks way better by just planting a few mushrooms, a few geodes, plants, bamboo. It's looking great. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like rating down below. It really does help out the channel. And if you hated it, leave a dislike. Tell me why. This has been Impala 100, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care for now.